We have a crucial derby game today with Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. We have to win it, otherwise Bayern are going to be 7 points clear. Let's do this. So then guys, welcome back to the Red Devil Revival, episode 110 of our Road to Glory series here with Kaiserslautern. As I've just said in that intro, we have a crucial derby match, first of all up with Frankfurt and also our second leg with Wolves in the Europa League. Now, before we get going in today's video, guys, if you missed the last episode where we took on Mainz in another local derby and also Wolves in the first leg, the link will be right above me. You can go back, see exactly how he got on in both of those games. And today we are very much following on straight away from last episode, so I would highly recommend going back and taking a look at it. Of course, as well, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to chuck a like down onto it. And if you do want to see any more of my content, such as the Red Devil Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell so you'll be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. Now, I'm going to get straight into this video today. We've played no games since last time out. As I've just said, we're carrying straight on. So we are jumping straight into today's games. The first one is Frankfurt. We are at home in the Bundesliga, and you can see the Bundesliga table there on the screen. After last episode's disappointment with Mainz, where we threw away that game, really, I think, what was it, 3-1, and we threw it away to be 3-3 by full time. We are now 7 points behind Bayern Munich. We do have a game in hand, so we win, we go back to being 4 points. We have still got to play them once again this season, but it is not ideal that it is 7 points with only 12 games left to play. It's still within our grasp, but it's going to be very difficult indeed. With the Frankfurt game, this is how we are lining up. It's Misic in net, Liuzio, Orao and Laporta as our back three central defenders, Kimmich as the DLP, Veerman, Firmek, Fernandes and Lewis as the midfield four, and then Susan Chumpataz are both starting up front. Unfortunately, Salah still isn't quite fit. He's still not available, nor is Goretzka, so that's why we're lining up as follows. Let's get into this game. Let's hopefully get ourselves a good result and all 3 points. It's a vital game. We have to win this massive derby match, this up against Frankfurt, very much local rivals, and they've got a decent side, have Frankfurt. They are not going to be an easy game whatsoever. We've definitely dropped points and lost games to them in the past. I know previously one of the cup finals, I'm pretty sure we had up against Frankfurt and we lost, if I remember rightly. I may be getting that mixed up with another team. I can't quite recall. But our form is pretty decent. We've got 4 wins in our last 5. Frankfurt's is not very good. They're on a very poor run of form and have dropped down the league. They were in the European spots, but they now find themselves either 9th or 10th. It is 9th place they sit currently due to that poor run of form they have found themselves on. So here we go. The Frischwalter Stadion. Can we get a result at home and hopefully kickstart this episode with a positive bit of football? I certainly hope so. As I was saying all this, Frankfurt try to build from the back. They do manage to get it up the field in the end, but we get it back eventually. Laporta now playing, of course, a few rotated players. We have a lot of games in quick succession, playing Thursday for the Europa League and then following up with a Sunday match. It is tough to make sure the players are fit for it, but the players mainly are pretty decent in terms of their stamina. It's only the few injury issues here and there, so it's not too bad. But fingers crossed we can all be fit for the upcoming games. As I'm saying all this highlight is still going on. It's a very, very long highlight. We have got the ball back. Veerman on it at the moment. Kimmich back to Veerman. Come on. Oh, he's lost the ball. That's very poor from the youngster. Hasn't really shone that much since his big money move to the club. But, of course, learning the language, still learning the position, really. Hang on, Chumpataz, he's through, surely. We take the lead. It wouldn't be an episode without a Chumpataz goal, would it? He's 29th of the season. The man is on absolutely insane form. Since the winter break, he's scored something like 15 goals, and we're still in February. He's played about 8 games. I think he's on a 2 goal per game ratio currently. It is quite insane stuff. It really is. But Chumpataz with another goal to add to his ever-growing collection. And we go 1-up. Another highlight, 10 minutes in Fernandes to Liuzio. It's 2. I think that means Bruno Fernandes breaks our record for total assists in a season already. That, I believe, is his 19th. The record was 18, which was previously held by Edvard Tagsev. Liuzio scores from the set piece. We go 2-0 up. We're only 10 minutes in. I'm going to go and praise the boys. Very, very good stuff indeed. Absolutely over the moon. And we've got another highlight. Firmek with a corner now. It's swung into Liuzio this time. Doesn't get it on target. It flies just over the bar. A fantastic start so far to this game. We're now almost 25 minutes in. We have another highlight. It's a lovely ball. Sousa surely. Oh, that should have been free. I think the defender blocked it. I think the keeper had missed it. But thankfully for them, a defender got back to cover. We have another corner. Firmek again. This time we don't manage to win it in the air. And I presume the highlight will just fizzle out. But Sousa should have made that 3-0 then. Not good enough really from Simao. Since that previous Simao Sousa chance, there's been very little else to see in this game. It's very much dried up in terms of chances overall. We've actually whizzed through the entirety of the rest of the first half, and we now go in at half-time. Even so, it's been a phenomenal first half. 2-0, two very good goals. Could easily have been 3-0 if it wasn't for that block pretty much on the line. But a very good showing indeed. Very much perfect way to bounce back after the recent disappointment in the Bundesliga with that draw to Mainz in last episode. I'm just going to go and point the finger and say don't let your performance levels drop. Most of the players do agree with that. I'm also going to rest Simao Sousa. We're going to get Jaro van Gorp on. I'm also going to rest Jamal Lewis because he looks a little bit knackered. We'll get Salas onto the pitch. Making a double change at half-time. A little bit risky because it means we've only got the one substitution left for the rest of the game. But I think considering the fact we're 2-0 up already and we've been very comfortable indeed, I'm happy to make the change. I also think it's worth resting those players. Firmek's ball in. Liuzio, he hits the post. He could easily have had a hat-trick in this game. Considering the fact before last episode, or the episode before that, we hadn't scored from a set piece in ages. We've now scored like 3 in our last 5 games or something. It's quite nice to see, but I haven't changed anything with the set pieces. They just seem to finally be finding their way into the back of the net. Frankfurt have just picked up a load of yellow cards, up to 4 bookings now. And as I'm saying, there is another highlight. We've lost the ball very, very cheaply. Let's hope this doesn't end up costing us because we've been so comfortable all game. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name there. It's deflected to another unpronounceable name, and Dardai, Palko Dardai, which sounds like a Hungarian name possibly, has gone and scored and got Frankfurt back into this game. I'm not happy with that. Demand more. What do we do now? Firmek looks tired. There's a highlight straight away from the kickoff. We were absolutely cruising. Hang on, Chumbataz to get the 2-goal lead back. It's blocked again by a defender on the line. That is twice now in this game we have seen that happen. Not very happy with that right there. We're going to change up the formation, I think. We're going to... I want to possibly go like this. You guys might think, what on earth are you doing? But Firmek is knackered, so I'm going to sub him off. In fact, actually, no, Bruno looks more... they're both equally as tired. No, I'll sub off Bruno, actually. We'll get Leon Goretzka on as a DLP on support. We'll make Firmek a defensive midfielder on defend. We're just going to see if we can hold out for this game, I think, right now. Balanced for the players. We're going to lower the tempo slightly, go slightly more time wasting, be more disciplined, stop passing into space. I'm also going to tell Van Gorp to go more supportive. We have just under 10 minutes to hold out here in what is a massive game. We have to be getting all 3 points on this. We're going to go cautious for the last few minutes, go full on time wasting as well. We're into stoppage time. Are we going to see this game out? We definitely deserve to in terms of the stats. We do get all 3 points, a massive 3 points in the context of the league and everything along those lines. It's really good. We definitely deserve it. You look at the stats. It was a 2-1 on paper when you look at it. So a fair result, really. Pretty happy with that. It was a really annoying goal to concede there. They had done nothing all game before that chance, had Frankfurt. And I then go and nick one. But even so, we lose a clean sheet, but we still get all 3 points. We go back to within 4 points of Bayern Munich. The same goal difference. It is certainly all to play for. Very, very good stuff. Of course, we still have our second leg with Wolves. We've got to travel away to Molineux. So I'll see you for that second leg match in the Europa League, guys, very shortly. Here we are then for game number 2, our second leg of the Europa League with Wolves. As, of course, we absolutely battered Wolves in that first leg 4-1. I've gone with quite a heavily rotated side. We are away, so we've got to make sure we don't mess this up. And of course, Wolves do have an away goal. We are playing at Molineux. We're lining up with still a decent team, if you ask me. It's Schultz in net, Liuzzo, Eriksson and Laporta at the back. Goretzka is coming in as the DM. I'm going to play him for about 45 to 60 minutes. Give him some fitness if possible. The youngster Zielinski is playing right winger. Amiri and Cosme are in the midfield, giving both Fernandez and Firmek a rest here. Lewis is playing left wing. Salah still isn't fit to start. Yarrow Van Gorp, the youngster, is playing the DLF with Chumpitaz as the advance forward. I was going to rest him, but I was a bit like, well, let's just give him another game, see if he can keep on adding goals to his ever-growing tally. So Chumpitaz is starting today. That's how we're lining up. Let's get into this game. Hopefully just get the job done. If it's a drab 0-0, I will take that. I won't be against that. But obviously I'd much rather if we can go and just beat the crap out of them if possible. Still looking like they're playing very similar team to the first leg. Of course, Quaresma was the goal scorer for Wolves in that game, as well as also giving away a penalty. I'm just going to point the finger. Don't get complacent. They all agree. I'm going to say to both Liuzzo and Van Gorp, I have faith in them. Everyone is looking motivated. Good stuff indeed. Wolves are having an okay season. When I looked last time, they were about 8th, 9th in the Prem. So hopefully we can get the job done over them. And of course, our form is very good indeed. But here we go then. Away at Molineux for what is a big game. We win this, we go into the second knockout round, which is within a week's time when the first leg of that takes place. We don't know who it will be against yet. The draw takes place literally after this. But next episode will be the first leg of whoever we get drawn against, if of course we go through. And also Borussia Dortmund at home, a very big game indeed. If there is some ridiculous just cock-up in this game, we don't end up going through, it'll be Dortmund and Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga, both coming up quite shortly in the league. But as I'm saying all this, Wolves are on the ball, they're keeping it quite well, and they are within the first 10 minutes of the score now. Calvert-Lewin, it's a very good block. I'm not sure who it was that blocked it, but it was very well done indeed. We get away with that one right there. I think it may have been Matthias Eriksson who got the block on it. It was a blonde-haired player, and I know he is blonde and plays at the back, so it makes sense if it was him. Laporta, very good tackle there on the Wolves player Fabio Vieira. Made that look very easy indeed. The experienced central defender, Chumpitaz, is played for... How has he missed? How has he missed on his stronger left foot? I thought that's going to be a definite goal, and he somehow swings it wide. I have no idea how he dragged that wide of the post, but we don't take the lead. And as I'm saying all this at the moment, Wolves have another highlight that they are starting with the ball. And if we're not careful, they could be creating another opportunity. Amiri goes back to Stefan Schultz. We should be all right. Then we clear it up the pitch. Chumpitaz should be winning that. He's so good in the air. He doesn't, but we get the ball back anyway. Laporta on it now. Jamal Lewis to Cosme. Come on, Cosme, what are you going to do with it? The young Brazilian still isn't sure if he wants to stay at the club. I'm still not sure if I want to keep him. I still think if a good enough bid comes in the summer, he may well leave. But Calvert-Lewin, Stefan Schultz does the job. He keeps the ball out there, kind of gets it pitched straight at him. So it would have been bad if he hadn't managed to save it. But even so, he did what was asked of him, puts it out for a corner, and we head that corner clear. And we get away with that one. I'm going to go and say encourage to the boys. Not been the best first half. Of course, Wolves have got to go for this. So it's probably to be expected that they will be having more of the ball and everything like that. I'm playing a very rotated side. Wolves are playing very much a first team squad. And that's deflected in off our defender. Calvert-Lewin gets credited with it. I'm pretty sure it deflected off of Matthias Eriksson. It didn't look like it went the direction that Calvert-Lewin was aiming at. I'm pretty sure it was Eriksson. Let's just double check this. He hits it, and yeah, it does take a big deflection. Otherwise, probably Stefan Schultz would have been able to save it. But sadly, it doesn't happen. I'm going to go and say demand more to the boys. Not been a brilliant first half, really. Definitely Wolves have been the better of the two teams. And I think we need to be seeing something more in the second half. We're whizzing through the rest of this half currently, which isn't the end of the world, because currently as things stand, we still have a 2-goal advantage. But we need to be careful in the second half, because if we play like we did in the first, Wolves could easily get back in it. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. It's not been good enough. I'm going to make a change. Goretzka isn't fit enough to continue on, so I'm going to get Kimmich on it. Only recommended we play for 45 minutes, so we're going to make that change. I'm also going to get Amiri off Firmek. Double change, getting 2 first-teamers onto the pitch. Will it have the desired effect on our play? and everything along those lines. I certainly hope it does. We have a corner taken by Vermeek. He swings it in. It's headed clear initially. Eriksson wins the follow-up, though. Van Gorp back to Vermeek. Come on. Come on, Mattia. He loses it, but Lietzo does get the ball back. And we are trying to keep hold of it here. Come on. Zielinski, the youngster, back to Kimmich. Now Cosme. Back to Kimmich again with a really poor ball. We should get that. We do. Come on, boys. We need to be seeing some more here. Van Gorp. What are you going to do with it, Yarrow? He's done everyone, the youngster. And now he's put it wide. What's he doing? He had so much time then. And he just like shat himself and smashed it wide of the post. I've got no idea what he was doing. We have another corner now. Vermeek swings it in. Lietzo straight at the Wolves keeper, Jurgensen there. Probably should have done better. Going to go and say demand more from the lads. Don't concede from this, please, boys. Please don't concede or do anything stupid. Jordao, Calvert-Lewin. Wolves are looking threatening. We win that one initially. Cosme. Oh, chance of counter-attack, maybe. Come on, Cosme. What's he going to do with it here? He's going to go all the way by the looks of it. He actually does. Cosme with the goal. Eriksson gets the assist because the pass was played inside our own half. All of that was done by Cosme there. Fair play to the young Brazilian. He only got his third goal this season. Hasn't played that much this year, but it's a wonderful goal. He picks the ball up in his own half and runs over 50 yards pretty much with this ball. Runs past everyone and slots it into the bottom left-hand corner. That's a massive goal for us. It's an away goal, and also it puts us back on level terms in this match. Really good stuff. There is a highlight straight after the goal, though. Please don't be Wolves going getting an instant reply. Harvey Barnes here on this right-hand side list. I think it's Harvey Barnes. Oh, for goodness sake. Rodrigo Valente puts Wolves back in the lead. Well, us being on level terms lasted for, what, 5 minutes? Deary me. Okay, well, we still at least have the away goal. So Wolves now need 2 goals to take this game to extra time. But it still isn't ideal. I'm going to make another substitution. Van Gorp's not been great, so this gets Samuel Souza onto the pitch. Again, another first-teamer. Definitely is an improvement on what was on the pitch originally. I'm going to go and say demand more. We have less than 10 minutes to play. Wolves need 2 goals. We have a corner. We score this. It's dead and buried. Lietzo, he ain't missing from there. It's 2-2. We are back on level terms. And more importantly, we now have a second away goal. Wolves need, what, 4 goals now? They can no longer take this to extra time. So they now need 4 goals. It's not going to happen. That is now, the game is over 100%. Are we going to go and add insult to injury and go and get a third and actually win this game? It'd be good if we could do. Jamal Lewis swings it in. Samuel Souza straight at the Wolves keeper. Probably one of the better chances we've actually had compared to the goals we have scored. But even so, we have got the job done. I'm happy to kind of be like, yes, this game is dead and buried now. I think it's already decided. But hang on, the ball's been lumped up. Maybe another chance, a chance for that third goal. It swung into Samuel Souza. He ain't missing that one, is he? It's 3-2. It is over now, 100%. We are going to hopefully winning the game as well. Definitely will help the morale and keeps us on a nice winning run of form. Very good stuff indeed. Don't need to see the highlight once again. We go into stoppage time and we get the job done. We are through to the next round. I'm happy with how the tie went. They all look over the moon about it. Why would they not? Some big teams going through to the next round. Juventus being probably the pick of the bunch. But the job is done and we are into the next round of the Europa League. Of course, guys, if we go to our schedule, have a look what we come back for next episode. I have already mentioned it. It will be the second knockout round. You can see it's taking place in only a week's time. We don't yet know who it will be against. We will find that out in next episode, and we'll also come back for the home game against Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga in what will be a massive fixture for our title hopes this season. Overall though, guys, that brings this video today to a close. 2 very decent performances. Defensively not fantastic, but going forward we did enough. A 2-1 and a 3-2 victory. Both very decent stuff indeed. We haven't actually kept a clean sheet in 5 games now, so we do need to try and sort that out. But we are definitely doing very well on the goal scoring side of things. Of course, I'm going to play the Leverkusen game off screen. We'll come back next episode for those 2 games I've already mentioned. Hopefully keep up the winning run of form. We'll have to wait until next episode to find out. Hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed today's video. If you have done, make sure to chuck a like down onto it. And if you do want to see any more of my content, such as the Red Devil Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.